everyone, welcome back to American Textbook Reading. Today, we're in part 3 now. Everything changes. Things change with time. So, in this lesson, we will discover about everything changes over time. So, you will see this is past and future. So, this time we live now on is called present, and the future is before after now on, and past are before. So we know before what happened, but we doesn't know that is something happened in future. Now let's go into the first words. History, the story of events. So events is like the things that happen in earlier times. So it's like before a long time. You will see maybe this book. This is chapter 32, and the history of it, which doesn't have this page. It's like that, or earlier time is just have chapter 1, chapter 2. Let's see some more things about it. So his story is like the past. In the past, it's before a long, very long time. That's what we call his story. His story is a pupil before a long time writing the story. But what about the history that before a long time ago doesn't have any pupil? It just have dinosaur or long ago it. It's called prehistoric. The prehistoric is the meaning of before a long time, and at that time doesn't have even dinosaur and pupil. That was his story is just a little bit when the people are living in this earth. But the prehistoric the time is the time that there doesn't any human in the earth, and even some prehistoric story doesn't have dinosaur. That was we doesn't know anything happened because there was no human to writing the history for us to read now. So we will see the prehistoric a very long time ago. Next, we talk about the past. The past is the time before now. So that was the first one, before now. So we all call in the past. The time before now. You see, this time we live and I talk to you is called now. Now is today and before a long time ago. Now, you see the present, the time now. You see this pupil is standing between past and future. Is in present. Present is time now. We are happening in the present. The present is the time that we live now on today. That was past and future. We stand and we are living between past and future. So before, that was the past. Now let's change. We have future. Future is a very special word. The time to come after now. So we also call in the future. You will see in the future we doesn't know is that the earth, what happening in the earth. I talked about before. Yeah, the past we exactly know maybe some happen in the past, but in the future we doesn't know any happened about in the future. So that's what things that will happen in the future. We doesn't know it. You see, in the future we doesn't know anything happened because we doesn't live in the future. We live now on, and then in the next day maybe I changing house, I go to somewhere, I doesn't know it. So that was the future that we doesn't know exactly what we are doing and what's happening. let's look at this like the fact of the future. You see, this is thinking of people when it's future. They think in the future we have tall buildings all made by metal and is really strong, and maybe the technology are good too. So we doesn't know what exactly what happening in the future. Now, you will see, do you know anything happen in the future? No, who doesn't know it? But some facts can say that, but it can be true or maybe proven. So, in fact, you know, this is fact. You see, the fact is actually the story that people write and think that in the future there was something. So that was a fact that exactly is that true or can be proven. So for example, when we're writing a fact, many people write it and it's the same imaging, same thinking, and same writing. So maybe people will think that real. That was a fact. Maybe, do you know the weather? They guess the weather by the technology. From now on, they will write the fact on TV to show us if that's sunny, rainy, or cloudy in the next day. Now, let's see some opposite words of fact. Fact is true, but fiction are not true. Something that is made up and not true. So, in this word, we have made up. Made it up. Fiction is meaning like this. For this book is Dragon Ball, you see, the book is fiction. It doesn't like going to be true because it's just going to hit each other using the power. It doesn't real. That was a fiction. So you see, this is a strange creatures. That was a fiction. It doesn't real, right? And that's not true. So you will see the fiction when you go to the library. One of maybe they getting together both halfway. We have one way is go to the fiction book, and the next way is going to not true book. The true book, no. When we ask the libraries, no, it doesn't say that. We call it non-fiction. You will see the fiction and non-fiction. In the library, usually like that. Non-fiction, here we have some like interesting thing. Fiction is not true. It's not true? No. In English, when we're getting out the meaning of non-fiction or other word, when it have two same words, we get it out. So we have the end word, the last word, true. So non-fiction means true. That's the way that when you make a problem and maybe some non-fiction or non-living, you will ask, or maybe you doesn't like going to be hack. That was non-fiction. Now, let's see some other things. So you will see, remember, when the library, you go to the library, one half part of the library may be the fiction, the stories that doesn't happen and doesn't real, doesn't true. But the non-fiction, you can ask that they are true. They are going to see that happen in the real life. So you will see the non-fiction. Now, let's talk about a very special thing. And you must going to study everything changes over time. You will see this past and present is look like very different. Let's look some difference in past and present. You see, in the past, the house are very old and way in the dirt. But the present, there was tall house, and we doesn't see the street. But now on, the object in the present is going to be made by cement. Now we have look like old tools, like the common tools, but it's made by wood using two cylinders. But now on we have present, we have computers, two calculators. So we can type the numbers in the computers, so we can calculators it easily. That is the way you can using the true in the present in the past. Now let's see and look at the babies. This baby is cute. Now you see in the past and now on they are growing older. So you see this baby is growing older to become a teenager it is. So everything changes over time. Let's repeat. You see house in the past are older and then much bigger. The old tools and the new tools, younger babies, and then a grown-up pupil. So that's the end of this lesson. Thanks, Nick. Goodbye, everyone.